beautiful people. Happy Friday. It's Christy. I am doing a surprise live, so I know it's terribly, terribly early for me, but that's okay. When you hop on, say hi. I've got something really quick today and really fun, and something you can maybe even do this weekend with your family if you're getting together. Maybe something for maybe you guys, the adults, the older kids, something like that. So I wanted to kind of just show you a couple things that I've been working on. This one is going to be a little patriotic for you, so yay. So I am going to show you the simplest little, cutest little decoration that you can make on a tiered tray. And I'm also going to show you an alternative to a tiered tray, something that you can kind of get together, maybe even pick up the pieces at your local Walmart while you're out shopping for your picnic and everything this weekend. So this is what I've come up with, you guys. We'll go over this in a second, but basically I made this cute little tray. I actually use the blue plates from the 50-cent section in the Walmart, and they have them at Target too. I just don't know about their colors. They may have red, I'm not sure. And then I picked up a cup from the 50-cent section. So basically this little tray is $1. So you can make a couple of these for your little picnics. If you want to put cupcakes on them, you know, maybe some sandwiches, wings, whatever you'd like to actually put out as a platter. You could actually glue this upside down and maybe put the cup inside, so you have your actually you have the lip facing up, but you can put your silverware in there and just have napkins around it, something to make it look cute. Or you can use this for decorating, but you can get 4 of each or something and do a whole, you know, table full of them. So this is just a really cute, inexpensive platter, and all you did, guys, was I just lined up the cup and I just hot glued this cup down in here. It doesn't have to stay forever. I do recommend if you're doing glass or something else, you can put some E6000 on it. But I would just, you know, I just glued it down with a hot glue gun. So anyway, so this is just a little alternative, something very inexpensive that you can put on your table. I wouldn't put heavy things on it because it is a little, you know, top heavy. That cup is a little small, but this is basically what I did. And you can do red on the top and blue on the bottom, however colors you find. You can even do all black. I know that Target has black ones. I picked up some the other day. So this is just a cute little tray that I wanted to show you guys. Now, for our craft tonight, we are just making these simplest little firecracker craft. And it could actually, you know, once you decorate it, this can actually go on your tiered tray. So I just wanted to let you guys see that. So it's really, really cute. Now, the base of this is going to be optional, but I decided to put a base just so that I can have it kind of stand up on its own. But this is what we're going to be making. I hope you guys say hi when you come on. I hope you guys like this. It's a cute little quick craft. Now, if you are at Dollar Tree or near a Dollar Tree this weekend, I want you to go in the toy section. Yes, the toy section. And I want you to grab a box of Jenga blocks. We are going to be crafting with these all throughout the summer. And the things that we can make with these, and I know if you guys played with Lincoln Logs and things like that when you were younger, the things that you can make with these are just, they turn out so, so cute. I actually make magnets from these, and I put them on my market. I think I've sent some out to some of you all, but today we're actually going to be making those. Hi, Ginger! We're going to be making those from here. So basically what I did, guys, is I grabbed my Jenga blocks. You are going to be needing 5 Jenga blocks. Hi, Sharon. Thanks for joining me. I know it's a surprise live. I didn't even tell you guys I was coming on. Okay, so you need 5 blocks. So I just have my base and then my 3 pieces. So that's all we're going to be using. And you can make as many, you can make as many or as little as you want. But like I said, we're only using 5 and there's a lot in here. So you can get a whole box and just do them with your family and have everybody decorate their own. So it's going to be really fun. All right, so glue gun and paint pretty much is what we're going to be doing. I've got my water right here. Let me get a paper towel. And hi. Okay, so, and jute. Jute is the other thing that we're gonna need to tie this up. You could embellish him however you want. I'll show you kind of how I'm doing it. So I wanted to give the little base on this. I don't know if you can tell. I wanted to kind of give it a little bit of an antique, like rustic look for this one. So this is how we're going to do that. So basically what I'm going to do is I've got my truffle chalk paint. You can use regular brown chalk paint if you want. We're just going to take a baby wipe and a paintbrush, which I did use a paintbrush earlier. I'm trying to find which one I did. I think I used it already. So we are gonna just use this one. So what you're gonna do is you're just going to take a little bit of paint, and it's okay if it's watered down a little bit, because we're gonna these dry really, really fast. So I actually made this at very, very little time. So we're gonna actually paint these. Let's glue these together though. You guys are just gonna glue them together on the side and just hold them into place. So just the width of them together, or you can do it the other way too. But that's all we need is just 2 little pieces. You can do 3 if you want and make a bigger base. But I just use 3 because by the time you stand these guys up, they're kind of skinny, and anything bigger might not look great. So that's what we're doing. We're just kind of gluing those 2 pieces. That's our base. Base is optional. So we're just going to take a little bit of our brown paint, and we're just going to kind of smear it on in there. It doesn't have to be perfect, and I'll show you why in a moment. Now, another thing I wanted to show you guys, I'm kind of doing this backwards, so let me do this. I'm going to actually antique this a little bit more than I wanted to. So let's start over. I'm just going to put this on the bottom. So what I used was, a lot of people have the antique wax, and that's going to be probably your number one thing is use the antique wax. I'm actually using just the regular white wax, but I'm going to paint over it. So I just take a little bit on my paintbrush, which I have right here, and then we're just going to coat this. That's not my paintbrush I wanted to use. Where's my thicker one? There we go. We're just going to coat, just use the ones on your cap because this isn't a very big project. We're just going to kind of coat it. It doesn't have to be perfect because we're not keeping it white. We're just going to put a little bit of this wax on here, and this actually makes a little bit of a difference. It gives it a little bit more texture and really brings out kind of the bottom piece, the wood grain, I believe, in my opinion. But like I said, this part is optional. If you don't have antique wax, that's okay. If you don't have this wax, that's okay. I got myself a big bottle of the Waverly. This is like an ivory. It says white, but it does look really, really ivory when you're looking at it. Hi! Thank you, I appreciate it. Yes, I got this at one of my thrift stores when I went to Gainesville. It was there, and I was like, ooh, this is pretty. And actually, Rob's mom, my boyfriend's mom, picked it out for me because she knows I like little tops with these kind of sleeves. So like I said, guys, this is optional. So I wanted to do this kind of, we're going to do this underneath the brown. So when we're working with little materials, you guys don't need to dump out all of your paint. Save it, okay? This is definitely going to be enough. Now see how that looks kind of, it says white wax, but it is it dries a little white, but it does look a little ivory. But that's okay. All right, now we're going to let this dry for a second. I hope you guys are going to like this craft. It's very cute. Very cute. We're going to be working on more of the little things for your trays. I think the little teeny things are just so cute. I'm just drying this a little bit, you guys. That's all I need is just to dry it a little bit. Okay, now let's go ahead and add our brown paint. There's not a lot on my cap, so I'm just going to stick my brush in. And I'm just going to kind of coat it around on top. Like I said, it doesn't have to be perfect because we're actually going to be mixing this in with the actual wax, and I'll show you how in a moment. If you all don't have baby wipes in your house, or any kind of like type of wipe, I guess it doesn't have to be baby wipes. I wouldn't really recommend any like Clorox wipes for this type of thing, because you don't want to ruin your craft materials. But I use baby wipes for a lot of things because it's nice and gentle. So what we're going to do is we are just going to take our baby wipe and just kind of wipe that paint around, and this is going to make it look like a tea, not a tea stain, but like a stained effect, kind of like we're staining wood. And I'm going to get messy anyways with my fingers here, but that's okay. So how's everybody doing? Does everybody have any big plans this weekend? I know I'm going to see my mom on Monday. Tomorrow is my big market, not a big market, but I am going to have a little market. If you're local, I'm going to be in Pinellas Park at Unlimited Games. So we'll be there from 5, nothing planned at all. That's okay, it's not too late. It's never too late. Grab yourself a hot dog. Let's remember our loved ones that sacrificed for us. That's about, spend time with family. That's what the holidays are about. And if you don't celebrate, have a happy Friday anyway, right? All right, so I'm gonna let this dry a second. I heard a little birdie said that we might be going to IKEA. So you guys might see a little live later, or at least a video. You went out for dinner at, what concert? What concert, Ginger? It's always good to go out to dinner, especially early. I'm just drying this off. It's not going to take very long. And I'm going to work on my other pieces while this dries. Whitney Payton. I've never heard of her before. Is she a new artist? I don't think I've ever heard of her. I hope it's a good music. I'm sure it is. She's one of his favorite singers. That's cool. Well then, I'm all about that. You guys know last Saturday where I was. I was at one of my favorite singers, Ed Sheeran, so I can just imagine how excited he is. She's like a new wave. Yeah, I kind of figured. My dad is into all of the new music. He's into the old music, but he loves the new people, the new music too. He listens to a lot of Tosh right now. Have any of you it is exciting. Has any of you heard about a new artist? Well, I guess she's not new anymore. She's probably up and coming, but Tosh, she plays her own instruments and is kind of like and sings and like a one-man, I don't want to say one-man band, but one-woman band, I guess. She does have some help now. I don't know. My dad is obsessed with her. He plays. It's very different music. It's not like the music you hear on the radio. You have to kind of be in. It's like vibey music, if that's a word. Vibology music. That's what it sounds like, anyway. But yeah, we are going to have a good weekend. I know it was raining here earlier. I believe we might be going to IKEA later, so I'm going to check out what they have. No, you haven't heard of them? That's okay. I listened to it very, 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 very little when I was with my dad. All right, so you guys are going to basically paint, you guys know where we're going with this, red, white, and blue on each of the Jenga blocks. And it doesn't take very long, and it doesn't take very much paint either. I'm just gonna I had some white paint up here already, but for the other colors, I'm just gonna kind of dump it on and then we'll spread it around. So I gotta make sure I'm cleaning my paintbrushes. You guys, I missed one. The last live when I was painting, I missed one. So I came back down here today and I was like, dang it, I missed one. So of course it dried. Old time rock and roll. Yep. I am very diverse with my music. I love Ed Sheeran, but you guys know I love my 60s music. I love, my 70s. My mom and I saw Casey and the Sunshine Band once. And that was a really fun concert. I think that was one of her Mother's Day presents one year from me. I was younger. Elton John, seen him, he's great. And Billy Joel. I saw the two of them together. All right, so I'm going to take my red. We're going to do our red one next. Red is next. And Ginger, I know Ginger threw in monkeys, so Ginger and I are huge monkey fans. Like Nesmith, Mickey, gotta love Mickey. All of the monkeys. If you guys know me personally, you know my obsession of the monkeys. If you don't, now you do. Peter Tork. Yes, I have his name tattooed. That's his actual signature. His actual autograph to me on my arm. It was the best decision of my life. I thought it over for like 2 hours while the temporary ink sat there, and I was like, yep, I'm doing it. And never looked back. If I ever meet Ed Sheeran, he's going on the other arm. I already told my whole family. They know. So that is exciting, Ginger. So basically, you guys, I just wanted to kind of come on and do a quick little craft so you guys know I'm here. I'm still crafting. I know I haven't been around the last few days. Yesterday I was working on my blog for a while, and I'm trying to get that up and running. And I know if you guys read the comments on that post, just ignore them. I don't know why people think that I was hacked. I wasn't hacked. I was just talking about the how excited I was to start the blog. And I was very educated. It took a little while because I'm not really great with technology, but I am learning, and I'm learning a lot really quick. So that's always a good thing. All right. So I'm just doing all 4 sides, you guys, just so that I did miss one piece on this side, but it was just my sample. All right, so I am just about done with the red. So you don't have to do the bottom piece because that's the piece we're going to glue. All right, let me get another baby wipe out. Whatever makes us happy, that's right. We did see them twice. I don't remember the second time. Maybe I just remember Mickey was on Tonight show last night. He was? I know he was on a few weeks ago. Mickey is getting around, man. He's in his 70s and he's going everywhere. He's just so with it. He dances still. He sings wonderful still. Like, I love when people take care of themselves and they last longer that way. And of course, I was so sad to hear about Tina Turner. Very sad about Tina Turner. She was a legend. She was with us for a really long time too. Okay, so I'm just putting just a little dab. If you guys didn't see that, just a little dab is all you're gonna need for that one. I thought I had a blue. Oh, here's my paintbrush. Okay. So we're gonna go ahead and do, yeah, that was sad. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and do our blue piece. These are so cute when they're done, guys. I don't know if you, this is what we're making if you're just joined. We're making a cute little firecracker out of Jenga blocks, and this is a cute little one for your tray. We're gonna make other ones sort of like this, but I wanted to do something a little different. And these Jenga blocks are so cute, and they can be used for anything. I'm actually thinking about, I'm gonna pick up another pack when I see them, because I'm running low, because I do make magnets and stuff out of these, but I actually was thinking about making some type of sailboat. What do you guys think of that? I don't know how I have to like build it in my mind and then glue it together, but basically that's what I wanted to do, was make a sailboat. And I am getting paint all over me, but that's okay. There is plenty of paint left on this. And you don't have to solid color it too. You could even do the baby wipe routine with this and make these a little wax. There's no rhyme or reason. You can make this all one color if you want, however you like it. I had to do the patriotic thing tonight. Maybe it was, because I know it wasn't that long ago that he was on there. Front row. I don't remember. I'm trying to think. I don't really remember. I'm sorry. I'm really bad at some things. I don't know. I remember certain things, but certain things I don't. Oh, it was, okay, it was a rerun. He did so well, and apparently, like, he did, I remember Jimmy saying that he remembers him vividly, that he, like, because he used to be a producer and director and everything, so I guess he, like, gave him a chance, or he was getting him to audition for something for him, and he was, like, one of the first people that believed in Jimmy or something, so that was really pretty. That was pretty interesting to listen to. Yeah, from February. See, God, it was already February? Oh my God, where's the time going, you guys? This is crazy. Okay, so I'm going to use the dryer. While I'm using the dryer, is there anybody that wants to look at, that wants me to look for anything specific in IKEA? I think we're going. I don't know. The little birdie upstairs told me, so we'll see. I'm just going to dry these real quick, and then we'll get to the fun part. I know I gotta have some Swedish meatballs though if we do go. Those are yummy. We probably have about an hour there before they close by the time we get there. So I'm trying to kind of hurry with my live tonight. I didn't want to get on too late. These dry really fast too because they're so little. Yes, what, Ginger? The Swedish meatballs? I love them. I might have to bring some home. Alright, I put very, very little coat. The less paint, the quicker they dry too. Oops, I missed the back of this one. That's okay. We'll put that one in the back. All right, so you kind of want to eyeball it and see what, you know, what part you want in your front. I think I'm going to use this for my front. So I'm going to go ahead and get this ready. So what I did with this one, you guys, is I actually put the little pieces on top of this one. And I was like, then I was trying to figure this out. So I was like, oh, that's not great. So what I'm going to do this time is I'm actually going to glue the pieces together and put this part on with the embellishment, and then we'll glue on the top little pieces. And it's very, very simple, very, very quick. All right, so I want to make this one look a little different. So I think I'm going to put, red in the front and blue and white in the back. So there you go. It's always good to lay out your plan before you glue because it's very hard to unglue. Now what I'm doing, you guys, yes, the Swedish meatballs, of course. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put 2 globs of glue in the back and 1 in the front. Now I'm not going to do them all at the same time. You want to do them individually, but you kind of want to do it to where it's not all the way in the back because you want it to have that dimension. So put it in the middle of your big piece. Don't pay attention to the line where we glued it before. So just add a little bit of glue. And what did we say? Red in the front? Yeah, red in the front. Okay, so I'm doing blue on this side. And it does take I would hold it in place. It does take a minute. I hope you guys love this craft. I love it. I think it turned out so cute. And then we'll talk about the embellishments too. All right, and then we're gonna, now you can put the hot glue on this piece or you can put it on the base. Maybe put it on this piece so you can kind of figure out where you're putting it first before you actually stick it down in there. And then you kind of want them touching because we're gonna tie it together like it's in a bunch, like a bunch of fireworks. While that's drying too, you guys, I got more giveaways. I got more giveaways to give away this week. So please keep sprinkling and telling everyone, you know, about my page. Oops, I got glue on my hair. This is my giveaway for this week. So it says Coffee by the Sea, and it's a two pack. So I've got more, but that's all I'm going to show you today. All right, and then we're going to put our red down. I'm going to do them. That's why I did the colors a little different. And then we're just going to stick it right in the front, nice and flat. And it helps to kind of like hold them together. Love, I'm glad you love it. Okay. So here it is so far, guys. Really, really simple. All right. So when I did this, I wanted to give this a little bit more character. So I did do like 3 times around. You can do it once, twice, 3 times, however you'd like. I did do it 3. 3 took about 18 inches or so. So always want to cut extra. Remember, measure twice, cut once. That's what they say. At least this is what they tell me. And then we're just going to basically wrap it around like this. You guys can see this, right? I'm going to try to put it to where you can see it. You don't want to put it too tight, but you don't want to put it too loose either. And that's 3. So then you want to tie it. This is probably the hardest part of this whole craft, is tying it. You do not have to tie it particularly any type of way. You don't have to tie a bow. I'm going to tuck the bow just because I do have a little extra. So let me see if this worked. Yeah, it worked. That's why you always want to cut extra, in case you do want to do something fun like that. All right, so there is that so far. Now, for embellishments. My mom recently went to Hobby Lobby and she got me she shared with me they had a thing with, actually I'll just show you. These have all kinds of little wooden shapes. I think there was like 9 of them, and they had all kinds, and there were so many of them. And these are what you get. Now this is aside from the other stars that I got from bottom of the bin. This is just another little thing to embellishment with. Since these are already fireworks, I don't think I want to put a firework on there, and I did go ahead and I painted this star white to kind of have it show on the blue. I don't know if you guys can see that. I think I'm going to use I'm going to keep it, it's wood color. I think I'm going to use USA. So that's what I'm going to use on this one. I have to put these in my little container later. But basically, you want to put it, you know, wherever you're happy with it. You can put it on top, you can put it on the bottom. You can actually put it on the, which I think that's what I'm going to do. You can put it on the base here, so it kind of shows. I think that's what I'm going to do with this one. But you can put it anywhere you want, like in the middle. So I'm going to go ahead and just glue it because I kind of want it that piece. So I'm just going to put just a dab of glue in the middle of that base, and then put my piece down as best you can so it doesn't show the glue. These are very small, so it's hard not to get that line in there. And then there's one more step to this, you guys, and you know what it is, right? We gotta put the firecrackers on top. So I'm gonna go ahead and just cut 3 little ones, 3 little pieces. Now you don't have to measure them out right now. You can wait until they're on top and in the glue, and then you can trim them to size. So that's what we're doing. Now this part can get a little funky because you want to make sure that you're actually holding it up and it's not going to like fall over or look funny. So make sure you put your glue in the middle of each of the pieces and hold that glue there for at least, I would say, 30 seconds or so. I am so excited on how this turned out, you guys. It's so cute. I'm so glad I have these wood shapes. Thank you, my mom. I had to do something with them. And these are like the perfect thing. And if you guys don't do tiered trays, if you just joined me, you could make just a very cheap little inexpensive tray just to decorate with or put your decorations on. This would look really cute with a couple of tiered tray items and a little like plant inside or a gnome on top. I made this for $1. So I basically took our 50-cent, if you guys just joined, I basically took the 50-cent blue plates and 50-cent red cup, and you can mix match or make them all one color or make as many or as little as you want. And I just glued that in the middle. I held it there for probably at least 90 seconds to 2 minutes just to make sure it made a nice hold. And this is perfect to put your items on, or your cupcakes, or your food that you're serving at your picnic. All right, so that's standing up pretty tall. So let me put another one right here. Just enough glue, and just keep, you don't have to like go like this. Just have the glue come out in like a little puddle, like a little glob. That's what we're looking for. And then I would use your smoothest cut, whatever side that is on your jute, to put it down in the glue, just so that it's not spreading everywhere. I like them. I like them. I hope you guys like them too. These are super, super easy. And the thing with this is you can make these tops as big or as small as you want. You know, just I kind of made these a little different size just to kind of stagger the size. Height is key when you're doing any type of decorating or tier trades or anything like that. Having things at different heights is key for decorations. It's just very pleasant to the eye and eye-catching, and then it brings, like, you know, your attention down to everything. I don't know if I'm explaining that right or not, but it's, you guys will get it. Hopefully you'll get it. All right, and then one little thing more and then we're done. These are super, super cute, you guys. I might make some more. These are actually so small enough that, well, I don't know if you would do them with the base. But I was gonna say you can actually make the 3 of them and glue them together and turn those into magnets. You could do that. So we're gonna hold this in place, where it's going to hold into place. See how it kind of likes to droop? You want to make sure as it's hardening. I know, I'm sorry. All right, so we are just about done. That's going to finish drying. Now, I kind of want these a little bit longer than I did those, so I'm just going to cut a little bit off. Always want to wait till they're completely dry so you don't push it down, because it's very hard to put it back. All right, and right there. I kind of wanted them long. I think they're really cute long. What do you guys think? Cute? You like them? You like them? All right, so that is our craft for the night. I hope you liked it. It was really, really cute and simple. And these would look super, super cute. You can make as many as little as you want. You can kind of put them together with something in between. But these are our cute little tier trays. All right, well, I am going to be signing off. As you know, I have to get somewhere. I'm always somewhere, guys. I'm always somewhere. It's been a busy, busy thing. But keep an eye out for all of my posts and watch for announcements on the new blog. I'm glad you guys like this. I will post this later, and then I'm going to take pictures of everything so I can upload that to the blog so you guys always have that available. If you don't want to watch videos, it'll have the whole list of everything, all of that. So it'll be very cool. All right, guys, I hope you have a good night, and I will see you tomorrow.